I've spent a lot of time trying to dissect great leaders, creators, people who are really influencing the world around them and the people around them. And I've tried to dissect their habits, their behaviors, the things that they do that make them great, and distill it into information that I can go ahead and use in my own life and also share with you guys. Well, after studying massive amounts of people from different backgrounds, I found one universal trait that really is prevalent in all of these people. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna share that trait with you guys. I'm gonna let you know exactly why it's so important, and I'm gonna give you guys some methods to use to implement this trait in your life today. So stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Adam over at Teach You Freedom, where, as you know, it is my mission to help you guys remove the mental and emotional barriers that are keeping you from achieving life on your terms, which is what we in the freedom fighting community call freedom, right? And today on this mastery lesson, I'm actually gonna be sharing with you one universal trait that I've noticed with the most influential communicators, leaders, creators, people really making an impact and influence on the world, what that universal trait is. And that universal trait is honorability. Okay, and I know you guys might be scratching your heads thinking, honorability, like what do you mean by that, Adam? Are you meaning like Tony Soprano, like honor my family, or like mafiosa type stuff? Or are you thinking like what you do when nobody's watching? That's not what I'm talking about. I think that's a pretty textbook, outdated version of honorability. The honorability that I'm talking about, that I find so prevalent in these great creators and leaders, is much deeper than that. But before I go too deep into explaining what honorability is, I want to share with you my story of how I came to honorability and really discovered it, and why I've been obsessed with it for over the past year now. So my journey with honorability started when I was going through a time where I was having a hard time getting from where I was to where I wanted to be, right? I was having trouble executing and following through and really gaining influence over my life, right? I knew what I wanted, but I was having trouble getting there, and I was having trouble getting buy-in from myself to execute on the things that I know I needed to do. It was extremely frustrating, and maybe you guys can relate to a time where you really wanted something, but you were having trouble getting from where you wanted to go, from where you are to where you wanted to go. So I was sitting down and I was super frustrated, and I was talking with my friend Miguel. And my friend Miguel is a massively impactful leader, very respected, very influential, just somebody who I think gets it, and he understands where I was coming from. So I shared with him my frustrations and my problems. I said, hey man, I can't seem to gain a grip over myself of getting from where I am to where I want to go. And I said, do you know why that might be? He said, yeah, I do. He goes, Adam, you have an influence problem. And the key to influencing your own life, this is the most important thing he told me. He said, the key to influencing your own life and the people around you is by being honorable. And he told me honorable is doing what you say and being accountable for the things that you say that you're gonna do. And just like that, it hit me. I had an influence problem. It's not that I was having a hard time doing the things that I know I wanted to do. It's that I couldn't gain buy-in and influence over myself to get to where I wanted to go. And this was the first time anybody had explained to me or put a name to this honorability thing. And ever since then, I've been so hell-bent on becoming an honorable person, gaining influence over myself, the people around me, not only so I can get what I need done, but I can help influence others to get what they want done. So what is honorability? Okay, when we talk about honorability, what is it? Now, honorability in its most rudimentary form is really just being somebody who does what they say they're gonna do, being accountable and being dependable on what they say they're gonna do. Now, we live in a society where that is so uncommon, right? How many times do you know of people, or even yourself? I know I was this person who says they're gonna do something, but ends up not following through, right? Yeah, I'd love to grab dinner with you. Yeah, of course I'll do this small task. Of course I'll help you on the weekend. But when the time comes to actually do something, we end up not following through. We live in a society of dishonorability. And it's so easy to become a dishonorable person because you think it's a small thing, right? So being an honorable person is really being somebody who does what they say they're gonna do. Now, I think this is most applicable to somebody who has great ideas, but somebody who ends up actually executing, right? There's great people who are great at lip service and saying things that they're gonna do, or saying that they're gonna do something, but there's only maybe 10% of people that actually execute and follow through on the things that they say they're gonna do. So being an honorable person is really about doing what you say you're gonna do and holding yourself accountable to doing it, okay? Now, why is being an honorable person so powerful? So the power of honorability really comes in because you can then become somebody who people can depend on and rely on to get things done. If you're somebody of honor and people know that you're gonna get the job done, people will unconsciously come to you with their issues knowing that they're gonna get solved. And when you build a reputation of being an honorable person, people will tend to give you higher and higher responsibilities because they know that you can execute on the job, right? People will trust you more, people will come to you more when they have issues and problems. There's more honesty and trust built in that relationship, but also people will unconsciously let you help them. When we talk about building a life of influence, not only over yourself, but over other people, having people unconsciously trust you and come to you with their problems and be vulnerable enough to let you help them is massive in being able to radically change people's lives and your own life. I think the most important place where honorability comes in is with ourselves, right? When you're an honorable person with yourself, you're no longer stuck in this loop of betraying yourself by not following through on the things that you say. And the most important place I see honorability show up is in the small promises that we make ourselves, right? When we become an honorable person with ourselves and we do the things that we say we're gonna do, we build confidence, right? We build confidence by staying honorable to the small things that we promise we're gonna do. And slowly but surely, the more honorable we are with ourselves, the bigger and bigger and bigger our confidence grows, right? Not only in our ability to execute tasks with ourselves, but our ability to execute tasks in the world around us, right? And that's why I think honorability is so powerful, because it's no longer a decision that you have to make, right? When you're somebody who is an honorable person who does what they say, when I agree to do something, I know it's getting done. It's not a question anymore of whether or not I'm gonna do it, right? It's a small decision I make up front that saves me hundreds of decisions down the road, because I know that no matter what, if I'm an honorable person, it's gonna get done. And I think that's the true power of honorability. It's a commitment to executing and holding yourself accountable despite whatever is going on in the environment or the world around you. You know you're gonna get it done. People tend to trust you more, people tend to respect you more. You gain more and more confidence in the world around you and your ability to execute on the things that you know you need to do. So the next thing we need to do is we need to figure out how to cultivate honorability. If you're where I was in the beginning, you were stuck in this habit of being dishonorable, right? The most important way to get honorable is to figure out where you're being dishonorable, right? And the reason we're dishonorable is because we actually practice dishonesty, right? We're stuck in this habit or this loop of being somebody who says something but ends up not following through. And so the best place we can start to cultivate honorability is within ourselves, because if we can't be honorable to ourselves, there's no way we're gonna be able to be honorable to other people. So honorability really starts with the commitment to self, to being honorable to yourself, by making a small promise to yourself and keeping it day after day and growing those promises bigger and bigger, right? The most often place we are dishonorable is with ourselves, and the reason we are dishonorable is because we practice honesty. So the path to cultivating honorability is by starting with small honorable actions or promises that you keep to yourself day after day, no matter how small they are. Okay, my biggest pitfall when I was starting on the journey of honorability is that I was picking off chunks of tasks or tasks in themselves that were too large, right? I said, great, I'm gonna be somebody who executes on the things that I say I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take on this massive project, and then that project would fail, or I'd get off course, and then I'd stop, and then I'd beat myself up for it, and it would be a cyclical, almost torturous nature to my own self, right? So what I found is that small little tasks are the best way to build honorability and your confidence in your ability to be able to execute. So whether that's waking up 5 minutes earlier every single day if you wanna wake up earlier, or exercising for 5 minutes a day if you wanna build an exercise habit, or eating one vegetable at a meal every single day, or it's having one small uncomfortable conversation, or doing one thing out of your comfort zone every single week, right? It's these small actions of honorability that we keep with ourselves that allow us to be honorable for other people, right? And then as you get bigger and bigger at gaining that confidence within yourself to be able to execute, the more honorable you can be with yourself, the more honorable you'll be with other people. So in conclusion, being honorable is the best way not only to influence other people, to be a great leader, to make an impact on the world, but also to influence yourself, right? Being somebody who does what they say they're gonna do and ends up executing and holding themselves accountable. This is something that's built by practicing small little behaviors of honorability with yourself that grow your confidence and give you the ability to execute higher and higher and higher, okay? I hope this video is valuable for you. Honor is something that I feel very strongly about. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you guys did like this video and you wanna see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, the Teach You Freedom YouTube channel, and stay tuned for some next videos in the up and coming mastery lesson. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.